Tonight, the pressure is on the parole board of Texas Department of Criminal Justice to keep a man under supervision.
Clyde Hedrick was convicted of killing a woman named Ellen Beeson. Her body was found back in 1984. Hedrick, who has never been charged in any other murder case, was released from prison but continues to be monitored with a GPS device.
But soon the board could decide to end all monitoring. Jason Bragg spoke with Tim Miller, the founder of Texas Equusearch, who does not want that to happen.
It's been a long 40 years.
In the 4 decades following his daughter's murder, Tim Miller has dedicated his life to helping families of victims and to getting the man he claims killed his daughter and at least 4 other young women behind bars for life.
Your life is never the same.
It's a story that has troubled Houstonians for years, even becoming the subject of a 2022 Netflix special. And Miller tells me he believes the man responsible for killing the 5 young women, then leaving their bodies in an area now known as the Killing Fields, is Clyde Hedrick.
2.5 years ago, I actually had somebody reach out to me that was with Clyde. He helped Clyde put every one of them bodies out there.
But Hedrick was only charged in connection to 1 death, and in 2014, decades after the Killing Fields cases began, he was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in connection with Ellen Beeson's death. And after serving 8 years of a 20-year sentence, he received what's called mandatory release, according to KHOU 11 legal expert Carmen Rowe, that automatically enrolled Hedrick into what's called the Super Intensive Supervision Program.
Intensive supervision by the parole division includes things like GPS monitoring, review of any travel requests, really a day-to-day supervision.
But Miller says he was recently notified by the Texas Department of Criminal Justice that the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles will soon consider withdrawing the special condition of Superintensive Supervision Program from Hedrick's parole terms. That notice prompting Miller to take to social media requesting his and Equusearch's supporters send emails and letters to the board asking them to keep Hedrick under that intensive supervision.
You know, I think it's only fair to all of us that that Clyde stays where he's at, and when he passes, he's alone.
Rowe tells me the board will be aware of any letters or emails they receive, but their consideration should be limited to actual convictions.
If the board grants permission to no longer supervise him under his intense supervision, he will be supervised by the parole division like every other parolee out on parole for a felony case.
Now, it's important to note here that our legal expert did say that Hedrick's probation officer would have had to recommend the removal of that special supervision based on his compliance since leaving prison and his age for it to be considered by the board. And at this point, it's not exactly clear when the board will make a decision, though a letter from the Texas Department of Justice says that this type of review can now come up every 5 to 12 months in Hedrick's case. Reporting live in Houston, I'm Jason Bragg, KHOU 11 News.